Someone here that you're connected to is coming to an awareness of like the pain that was caused, or is feeling the weight of the decisions they've made here. Okay, you could be connected to an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. You could be an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Strong air energy here. Strong air energy here. Y'all. Some of y'all are in your unbothered era. Some of y'all are moving into your setting boundaries era. Some of y'all are moving into your cut a bitch era. It's happening. It's happening. 111 in the room, because it's alignment over attraction, right? It's what feels true to you versus what feels good to you in the moment. Damn. Some of y'all getting real serious over here. Y'all getting real tough on crime over here. You said, nope, you ain't playing games with my heart. Not one more time. Not this bitch over here. Look at this. Look. This is the collective energy. Dang, you so serious. You cold. You protecting yourself. And you protecting yourself like you've never protected yourself in the past, okay? And it's not even harsh. It's like honest, right? The song, Truth Hurts, it's like it is what it is. The truth hurts, but I feel like you are at this time only willing to live with the truth. Link is in my bio. Click on it. $26 for 11 career readings. But yeah, it's like, it feels like right now you're like, this is the truth. This is the way it's going to be. And you're protecting yourself. You're protecting yourself, okay? Setting boundaries. Never felt like this before. But I feel like this is a collective where it's like you're having fun doing it. Like, strangely enough, it's like, this is the right thing to do. Okay? This is the right thing to do. And in the past, this might have given you the EBGBs. Like, trying to set boundaries like this might have been totally uncomfortable for you. But I feel like this is a collective that's like, yeah, like, this is the way it's going to be. And you're kind of enjoying this newfound power that you have. Whoa, this is kind of sexy. Okay, don't be looking at me like that. Okay, who is this collective dealing with? It's liberating. It's liberating. So who's this collective dealing with at this time? Yeah, someone that is very disappointed about how your relationship went, okay? I'm going to read this two ways. We're going to look at past and new energies, okay? I do see a past person coming around. Could be an earth sign. Could also be a water sign. This is somebody who is seeing you distance yourself, walk away from them, move in another direction. I feel like this is someone who's finally recognizing that this relationship is either done or that it's never going to be the way that it was before. Okay? This is a collective that is having someone connected to them at this time that knows that they can't operate in the same way that they did in the past. Maybe they're expecting you to come back on your hands and knees and like beg them back or communicate with them or plead with them or like flirt with them. It's like, this is somebody who's expecting you to be like the ingenue or like the sweetie, or just to come back to be able to have some type of sexy conversation. And they're not feeling that energy from you right now. They're feeling this energy. They're feeling this like, what? What'd you say? You got nothing to offer me? Okay, I'll just focus elsewhere. Okay, I'll just focus elsewhere. So I feel like this is somebody who feels very disappointed. But, isn't this the consequences of their actions, right? Isn't this the consequences of their actions? Because this is somebody who I feel like backed you into a corner. For most of you, you don't want to be like this. Like, it's like, this is not your default. You had to become like this. This is like, this is like your villain origin story. It's like, you're acting like this because you were backed into a corner. You were forced to put these boundaries up. People try to play with you. People try to play in your face. People try to mess around. People try to take advantage. People try to get on your last nerve. People try to take your resources without returning those resources. And it's like, yeah, you're not tolerating it anymore. And I don't feel like this is just love. I feel like this is for you in every area of your life. Many of y'all are just very energetically protected at this time because you feel like you have to focus on your next path ahead and moving into a state of alignment with that path. Okay. So you're definitely thinking more logically, more critically, more rationally, and it actually feels good. Like maybe for a time, like we said, this felt like unfamiliar or uncomfortable, but not anymore. I feel like this has just kind of become the norm. Okay. I just heard, don't take it personally. Some of y'all are telling people like, don't take it personally. This is just what I need right now. Like, this is just where I'm at in my life. Damn. What is this person thinking about my collective, if anything, before? They think that you are all about confidence, baby. They see you in your self-worth. They see you very confident within yourself, creating new expectations for yourself in this relationship and otherwise, okay? They feel like unless they're going to be able to offer you something solid, commitment, family, something stable, something that you can build with, or something that can grow. Like, unless you actually have something tangible with this person, this is somebody who feels like you're going to continue to stay in this energy. Because you're not only just protecting your energy, you're protecting the life you're building for yourself. Damn, that's what this is. You're protecting what you want for your life. Y'all learned a lesson. Y'all learned a tough lesson here. You're protecting the life that you're manifesting. Because in order to be able to have this life, you have to be in the state of creating boundaries here, or enforcing a state of truth, right? You're not allowing anyone to pull you into some type of uncomfortable state of illusion. Where maybe in the past with this energy were other energies. I feel like this has been like your life where someone has convinced you to stay connected to what their vision was for the relationship. And you're like, no. I got my own damn vision. I know who I am. I know what I want. I know what I'm building. I know what I'm creating. And that's what I'm going to do. Damn. What is this person thinking about my collective at this time, though? In this exact moment? Oh, they love you. This is someone who loves you. They feel like you're resisting them. Now, I don't like that. That feels overconfident from their perspective. It's like they think that you're doing this to get their attention. Oh, you're not. Oh, you're not. You're doing this because for the first time in your life, for most of you, you're really taking care of yourself. You're really taking care of yourself, okay? But this is somebody who wants you. This is someone who desires you. This is somebody who wants a new opportunity here. It kind of gives the energy of somebody who may do something impulsive, sudden, bold, to try to get your attention. It's almost like they know that they have to do something to cut through the noise, or to help you like drop your guard a little bit here. Damn. But this person definitely loves you. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy here. Could be someone new, but I feel this is more past energy. We will look at new energy, okay? What will this person do to get my collective's attention here? For some of you, there is a confession coming. There's a confession coming. That this person doesn't want this cycle to close. That they know that they have to do work for that not to happen, though. They feel like in order for the cycle not to close, they actually have to give you something. Damn right they do. Finally. God, wipe the sleep over your eyes over here. It's like you've been telling this person so directly exactly what you need. It took them months for them to figure it out. But I was like, I feel like you were spooning it to them like pablum. You told them what you needed. You were very explicit about it. Okay? This is somebody who realizes that they have to put in effort or resources in order for this relationship to work. Because right now, all that's been taking place up to this time is you like slowly backing away and putting boundaries up. Slowly distancing yourself to the point where you're like 10 of Swords, Queen of Swords energy. You're like, bitch, please. Okay? You're not even interested in hearing from someone. Like, unless they literally come, like we said, with the receipts. Okay? What is this person's hopes for this relationship? For some of you who are dealing with an Aries, okay? This is somebody who has recognized that, like, again, they have to swallow their pride here and come forward and take action, take initiative. Okay? Because they know, oh, we're indecent. They know that this is the relationship that represents their highest purpose and path. I feel like this is a divine masculine energy that's finally realizing that you're their future path, that you've always been. But it's like they're just coming into this point of awareness now. They're realizing that stepping forward towards you is not only just an act of courage and bravery in terms of the relationship, but it's also an act of courage to move towards a state of alignment. Damn. They've been heavily thinking about you, dreaming about you, okay? They know they sabotaged this relationship in the past. And you're over here just living your life. You're over here just living your life. For some of you, the initials T are significant. H are significant. M are significant. Tell me a little bit more about this, though. What do we need to know about this person on this side? Yeah. Like I said, I feel like they're not confused anymore. This is somebody who had some illusionary thinking for a time. For a lot of you, this is a twin flame connection. And they have been chomping at the bit here to take action. They've been holding back, though, for a long time. I feel for many of you, there was a cycle closure here. Like a period of extended separation for many of you. Or maybe even it's necessary for that to happen. Okay? I just heard catch up. Maybe someone had to catch up. Damn. Okay? What does this person want to say to my collective at this exact moment? That they have grown. That they have grown here. That you need to trust that they're going to come forward with an offer. Now, whether you choose to trust them is up to you. Okay? Whether you choose to trust this person. For many of you this summer, there's going to be growth. There's going to be an actual physical offer that is coming forward. Yay, Maria! Felicitaciones! Yes, for many of you, there is an offer coming forward this summer. Okay? Specifically, I feel July energy. Like an actual formal offer. For some of you, it could be flowers. For some of you, it's this confession of the truth. For many others, there's an opportunity here. Finally, you're going to get a chance to experience. Does my collective want this, though? I mean, some of you do. Some of you do. I feel like some of you still feel drawn to this person and you're not sure why. You don't know if the purpose is you following your highest path. You don't know if the purpose is romantic. You don't know if the purpose is friendship. There's still this pull towards this person to this day for most of you. But like I said, right now, until this person comes forth with something tangible, something to offer you that feels like secure, I don't really see many of you being receptive. I feel like even the conversation might be uncomfortable. Even the conversation might be uncomfortable. I feel like for a lot of you, yeah, it's like, and interestingly enough, many of you are anticipating this person communicating. You're anticipating them communicating, but you also feel like they might be deceiving you. So it's like, you know, they're going to reach out again, or you know, they'll reconnect, but you're like, oh, I don't know if I can trust it. Some of you are like nervous about it. Nervous about it. You're aware that it's coming because it always comes. Like clockwork. Okay. Is the bus still running? It's always coming. Okay. You know this. But yeah, it's like you don't fully trust. Some of you are feeling like you need to utilize this as an opportunity to be empowered and be strong enough to just continue to assert this boundary, like I said. Okay? What is this? How is this relationship being impacted by the full moon? This person tried to suppress this connection for a long time. They even tried to find it in other things. They tried to pretend that they were happy. They tried to replace this with other representations of the energy. They tried to find passion or purpose elsewhere. And they failed. Because you can't replace a connection that is this divine. You simply cannot. And all the meanwhile, you have cut off access to the honey jar. Okay, this is a collective that is not giving out any more sweet treats. Like we said, this is not Costco. There are no free samples here. There has been a cutting off of the drip of resources that was being offered as some source of inspiration or maybe even some type of gift or prize to this individual. I don't see you doing that anymore. Because for you, the exchange of Kundalini energy is not enough. For you, the chemistry is not enough. Like, yes, you feel that intensity, but you're like, okay, like, do you know what would be really sexy and exciting? If you could actually make this real. Because this is a collective that is not going to deal in illusionary relationships anymore. Because you recognize if you are playing in that state of deception, you are in a state of misalignment. So you're not willing to go against your better judgment. Damn. So it's level up or level out, right? Shape up or ship out. What do we need to know, though, about this July energy? Damn. I don't see this person being able to control this anymore. I see them being able to come forward or desiring to come forward to be able to acquire what they wish for. They've been longing for you. And they particularly, you are the only energy in the world that makes this person feel true to who they actually are at a soul level. Ooh. You awaken them. And they try to retract that. They tried to suppress that. They tried to go against that. They tried to stop the process of awakening. They tried to stop the process of activation. They went against it. They tried to offset it by focusing their energy in other endeavors. But you can't stop the process of activation awakening. Maybe you slow it down, but you never stop it. Once it begins, it's in motion. Then it's in God's hands. Then it's in Spirit's hands. It's in Divine's hands. That's what took place here. You awakened this person. They tried to push you away. They tried to stop the process of awakening from happening. They couldn't do so. All that happened was it intensified the desire for you because something in them knew that you were the key to the ascension journey, the process of this awakening. So they've longed for you since the last moment they saw you. Damn, the song. Hey, I heard you were a wild one. You don't realize the effect you've had on this person. Okay, any advice here for this collective? What do we need to know? Never go to a party in which you don't feel wanted. If you're not on the guest list, never stay in a relationship that makes you feel unappreciated, unchosen. For most of you, the advice right now is to just remember how this person made you feel in the past. Remember when they treated you like they were unsure of you. Just remind yourself of that every once in a while. Just remind yourself of what it feels like for someone to be like, I don't know what I want. And again, no, it wasn't about you. It was about them, but it doesn't matter why they did it. I'm going to let you in on a state secret, okay? It doesn't matter why someone treats you a certain way. If they treat you a certain way, you need to just put a pin on that and remember that, okay? Document that in your history so you can be aware of what you need to do moving forward, okay? This is somebody who was rejecting something in themselves, therefore they rejected you. They were rejecting this awakening. They were rejecting their truth. They were rejecting the higher purpose of their path. They were rejecting God. They were rejecting spirit. And of course, you were thrown in the mix of that, right? This is somebody who still has some doubts within themselves. And I feel like they still have to come to terms with those doubts. They still have to come to terms. They have to make amends with themselves. They have to make amends with their guides. And they haven't done so yet. Okay? So for many of the advice when this person does come back forward, make sure that you have done enough reflecting on this and determine whether you are truly feeling like you are open to receive this. And that it's not just some type of temporary spark with the same outcome as the past. I just heard your guides want more for you. Your guides want more for you. And for many as well, this person coming forward may be a spiritual test. Because it almost feels like they're about to be pushed into the depths of a dark night of the soul. And a last-ditch effort to prevent that from happening is to reach out to you as a source of illumination to prevent them from going into the darkness. But you've been down that road before. You've been their light. You're not their light anymore, and you don't need to be. You're your own light now. And as you move forward with this awareness, be aware of the value of that light. How priceless that is. How powerful that is. And all that you can utilize it for on the path ahead. Okay? So, I hope that message was helpful for my collective. Sending so much love, positive energy, and abundance. If you resonate with that collective message, 1111 down below to let me know. Okay? We are going to do a few general messages. Then we will do some free yes or no questions. Then we're going to do donation readings. I love you. Yeah, this person's about to lose control. This person is about to lose all control of their faculties, their better judgment. They ain't ready for it. They ain't ready for it. This full moon, I just heard snap. It's going to snap something in them. Don't go in to rescue them. As Stephen would say, don't play Captain Save-A-Ho. They don't want to be saved, don't save them. Okay, guys. 1 second here. Okay. I think I have 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I have one more spot left on the list. If you guys are wanting to get on the list, the link is in my bio. It says TikTok readings. Lover career readings are 26. Soulmate twin flame readings are 36. Full year readings are 46. I have one more spot left and then the list is closed, okay? I am going to do a couple of quick general messages. Yes, J Rose. Let's do a few quick general messages, then we'll do yes or no questions. They don't want to maintain, don't save them. What do we need to know from a general sense? Hi, Myra. Spirits, angels, and guides, ascended masters, loved ones, teachers, positive ancestors. Overall energy here for this collective. Oh, damn. A lot of things about you are changing right now. Okay, I feel like not only are you changing in a formative sense, materially, energetically, molecularly, your entire perception of the world is changing. This is a collective that is about to shock the world as you debut a brand new version of yourself. Damn. What is this collective changing and shifting at this time? This is a collective that has become astute at transmutation. So you have become adept at turning your pain into a form of personal power. You recognize that pain on the other end of the spectrum can be joy. It is energetic resource. It's an energetic resource. And you've been through a lot. You've been through a lot. But you captured that pain. And again, you turned it into something that you could use as fuel. For many of you, you've become stronger. And again, become more aware of your gifts. to this day. And you've worked, yes, very hard to do so. This is not an easy process. But when we say worked hard, not in a traditional sense, not in a state of like putting more pressure on yourself to achieve or to be productive, not in a sense in which you were endlessly, doing affirmations or journaling or meditating. You have worked to just find peace with yourself and to find perspective on the path. And that alone is such a priceless gift. That awareness. Okay? This is solar plexus energy. This is you becoming activated in your personal power. This is throat chakra energy. This is you utilizing that personal power to be able to embody a mission that you have for yourself and your life. Okay? Truth, clarity, insight. Any more insight into what has been gained from this process? Many of you as well have really learned to embody this energy of forgiveness. I feel that you all in the past, again, saw energies that you had issues or conflicts with as perhaps victimizing you or again rejecting you. And I see many of you have recognized that none of those circumstances were in fact rejections. They were misalignments. Those were energies who did not have the same vision that you had for whatever the circumstance was. Friendship, romantic relationship, career path, like a boss. It's like you saw things differently. But because you were still building your confidence, you were not able to hold that awareness of the value of your vision above theirs. So you saw their vision as being more powerful, more truthful, okay, more relevant, more valid. And in that instance, you saw it as a rejection. But it wasn't in essence a rejection. It was just your lack of conscious awareness of the value of your truth. You have shifted your truth here. You have shifted your truth. Because I don't even truly believe, here's the God's honest truth. I don't believe in rejection. I don't think rejection is a thing. It's not. It's not a thing. Because in every situation in which you have ever been rejected, and I use air quotes here, these were circumstances in which ultimately you would not choose those same people today, those same situations today, those same career paths today. When you look back on those situations, you actually saw those circumstances very different. You wanted things that were different. So was it actually a rejection? Or was that misalignment? Or was that you repelling the energy? For many of you, you were consciously repelling the energy. There was no rejection. The word rejection implies that someone else is more powerful than you are, that they have the keys to the kingdom, that they have something that you need and that they're not allowing you to have it. That's a fallacy. Okay? That's a false binary. This is illusionary. They don't have more power than you do. You've always had the power. Okay? Insight for this collective moving forward. What are we needing to know? Damn. So many of you know exactly what you need to do at this time, okay? Some of you are reaching a final stage of awakening in which maybe you're still holding on to some degree to some people from the past who you know you've already outgrown. But there's this fear here around being isolated. Okay, fear of being isolated. Know that isolation is necessary. Often we go through a stage of isolation before we reach a further stage on a higher timeline. And that isolation stage is meant to cement the belief systems that you've gained, to be able to solidify your level of conscious awareness in terms of where you are now on this path, okay? To ensure that your views are not distorted, to ensure that you are energetically protected, right? So some of you need to accept this isolation as a gift and stop, again, looking at it as some type of punishment. For many of you, you need to let go, even if these energies, maybe there's still some connection. For most of you, you know that you've outgrown them, and you know, in fact, if anything, they're preventing you from navigating to this higher path. Okay. Final advice for this collective moving forward, specifically regarding the full moon. For many of you, there are many opportunities that are about to open up for you. Okay. Doors are opening up and you have the ability and the gift to call this in. Thank you, Myrna. So for some of you, if you're looking for the green light, whether you should invest in something, do something big. Okay. Maybe it's going back to school. Maybe you're thinking about investing in a business. Maybe you're thinking about investing in some type of future path for yourself, okay, or your kids. There's an opportunity this time for you to make that investment with confidence. And I'm also hearing the things that you're desiring are also going to come to you, okay? What you're looking for is looking for you. What you're desiring is desiring you, okay? So there are doors that are being opened up for you that you're not even aware of, that are available. The paths that are being illuminated that you're not even conscious of. So let the universe lead you down this golden path, Okay? You've done the soul work. Now it's time to make this last choice here to spiritually shed the past that keeps you stuck and tethered karmically to old timelines and start to make new investments like you're already in this more abundant path in reality. Okay? So I hope that message was helpful for my collective. Sending so much love, positive energy, and abundance. If you enjoyed that collective message, if you resonated, 777 down below. Okay? 717.